Could you land a plane
Yeah,
if you had to?
I could
absolutely.
lie to the passengers as I'm panicking, I think.
Dude, I not only would I lie to the passengers as I'm landing the plane well, but I'd put on my pilot's voice, and you would feel like, "Hey, we're coming on down out of 25,000 feet here. This is passenger 37E. I'm seeing some winds coming out of the northwest quadrant, but those won't be any problem at all. We'll add a little
So
flap
Taylor,
there."
the pilot drops dead right on the spot.
Yeah.
They ask you if you'd like to give a go because someone's got to try.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I'll be like,
I've
I'll
done
do
it
it.
before.
Uh,
That would
you
be
think-
me. I
You think you
want the
could land the
job.
plane?
the
1,000%.
water, the seawater you're seeing isn't as close as it looks. That's an illusion.
You're not answering the
something else.
question.
Yeah, I would give it a go.
That wasn't
I
the
would
question
try.
either.
I don't think I could do it well. Like I think I could probably crash. No, I would. If you get close enough, can they take over? Is that something that they can do?
No,
Fuck.
you're landing the plane.
They're on the radio with you, coach.
With his dying breath, he goes, "These are the important buttons." And then I know it's
But
like,
his hand hits
it's like
a bunch
it's
of
like,
switches,
oh,
and they
this
all
is a-
flick the wrong way.
Yeah, this is a lot of. Most of this is what they don't tell you is most of this is the radio. This is for XM. I would need to know the wheel button, which I imagine is very clearly labeled, and then I would use the joystick.
This is
Landing
the
gear, you
landing
mean.
gear.
The landing
Yeah,
gear,
okay.
the wheel button.
I
as they say
read
in the
this
industry.
thing. I don't know if it's true, but they said
Industry
something like
term.
97% of men think they could land a plane in case of an emergency, but fewer than 3% could. And I was like, man, I think I fall into the 97. I think I'm there too. Like I know a little more about it. I've done it in a Cessna,
Oh,
and of course I've landed a paramotor, which is pretty far from a 747, but 1,000 times. And I'm like, well, I get the basic idea of sort of trading airspeed for altitude. And okay. And if they're coaching me, could I do it?
Yes.
Probably not.
Yes.
But I think I
so
could.
easy. It's
I would
so
be
easy.
like
I don't know
trying to
why-
destroy
like,
the
it's-
black box so they couldn't hear my last moments of crying.
Can we see a Zach? Give us a picture of like an airliner's dashboard. The thing that Kyle
See-
says is so easy.
because like
It's a lot of buttons, dude.
so I've watched videos of people being talked down by air traffic control before, and they'll be like, "Do you know how to like trim the whatever the fuck?" And they're like, "No, I haven't done that yet." I'm like, all right, no problem. We'll just reduce speed with the flaps then, or like whatever. Like there, it doesn't have to be perfect. We've just got to make it to the ground and land this thing. Like you said, I've landed a Cessna
Right.
too.
The flaps. I know which one that is.
Well, he's gonna tell you, like you're gonna be sitting in that seat, right?
Wow.
And he's gonna be like, "All right, you see the big thing that's got 3 posts and a silver handle on top? That's your."
Have you ever done that thing where someone tells you, like, all right, first draw a circle, then under that, draw a triangle. Okay. Adjacent to the triangle, draw a square. And then see if your picture matches the one I'm trying to get you to draw. It looks
Mhm.
nothing like it, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
But
that
he's gonna
could very
describe
well
these
happen.
knobs and like count the numbers of like, all right, start on the right side of the panel in the top right quadrant. Now you're gonna go 4 buttons to the left and 1 down. That's your lights. Okay, flick. Like like now I would say this. If they're like, quick, get in here, and I sit down and they're like, the guy's like, all right, reduce speed to 300 knots immediately and lower your altitude to 3,200 feet. I'm gonna be like, I exaggerated my piloting skills.
I'd make the most of it. I'd be
What?
like, I'm gonna send my stewardesses around and collect the shirts.
We're
gonna be collecting
start
the-
in-flight meal.
I'm gonna start serving the in-flight meal and being like, I'm gonna need. We're making a large parachute. I'm gonna need all the women age 40 and below to turn in their shirts. We're gonna survive.
Except for
man.
you keep yours on. No,
You
you're
keep
good,
yours
trust me.
on, ma'am. The one in 5A I passed on the way here. You keep it. You
Taylor,
keep
why
your
don't we
fucking tent.
go 18 to 40?
18 to 40?
Just
Oh
saying.
yeah,
You
yeah.
think-
Oh, I've noticed a mishap in my airline policy. That was brought to my attention immediately. Apologize for that. But we're all gonna die anyway. So
I have no. I'm 100% sure I could do it. Like, as long as there's no like weird things going on where we're incredibly rushed. If we've got like 20, 30 minutes to go over this, it's not going to be a problem at all. I
you
just feel like
don't. It's
not gonna be
urgent. The time is nigh. 10 minutes.
even then, even at 10 minutes, I
5
bet
minutes.
there's only 4 things that I actually need to touch. I probably need to like slow the engines down. I need to lower the landing gear, and I probably need to apply some level of flaps or something as we're coming in. And of course, I need to get the plane pointed down the runway. But I've seen them talk them through that, and you're just literally watching the compass and what it's all digital on a 747 though. It's going to be this video game readout system. It's going to be so easy.
You're like just frantically mashing buttons and like, what does it say? And it says software update in progress.
PowerPoint is loading.
It's got that little colon parenthesis smile, which is going to be the last thing that I see. Yeah, no, I think I would fail because I've never. If any of us can succeed at it, Woody can because of the Cessna experience. But I would still imagine, like, dude, the amount of buttons on the ceiling there. Enough. Cut it out. Someone simplify that. There's no way all those are important.
I bet they do things that aren't vital to landing the plane. I bet they do lots of things like that. I bet there's lots of ways to turn off oil pumps and there's all sorts of auxiliary and backup systems and stuff like that. But I bet landing the plane once you've got it pointed in the right direction is like 4 to 5 inputs. It can't be that hard. I've landed a Cessna too. Like it was super easy. It felt like driving a car in the sky. You know what I mean? Like it didn't more like a boat in the sky than anything. Like it felt easy.
Yeah, but
That
so much.
sounds like the is it the Peter principle when you don't know how incompetent you are? Like he's like, dude, I landed a plane, couldn't have gone any easier. By yourself? Well, there was an instructor there kind of making sure I didn't do anything wrong the entire way and coaching me so I didn't make any mistakes.
Well,
So
you're
the
gonna
one
have that
correction
too. I don't
that
think I can land a 747 without any help. Like I
I
100% need air traffic control in my ear the whole time.
I know, but I feel like you did it right one time under ideal conditions,
I
and
took
you're
off too.
like, I'm ready for. I took off too, and I think
Takeoff
it's
sounds easy compared to landing.
here. How about this? Do you think you could take off and land that plane, the Cessna, without help today?
No.
Me too.
Okay, well the
Maybe.
landing. Okay, no, the landing. See, I don't know the startup sequence, and I remember there being lots of turning everything on in the right order, and lots of like maybe there was a hydraulic thing, and there was stuff going on that I wasn't memorizing at all. But coming in, I remember reducing speed and like messing with the pedals and like maybe some flaps or something. But that was it. It was just sort of like go
The
in. If I don't,
instructor was fixing the like air to fuel ratio in the carburetor throughout the whole flight. It
I
wasn't
had none of
something I
that.
ever had to worry about, but I would worry if he wasn't there doing it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be worried at all. I could totally land one all by myself right now. If you threw me in the air and that Cessna, I'd totally get her down. No problem.
I would use the time while they were.
If I just knew what the stall speed was, that would be the only little bit of information, and I think I could figure that out by like fucking around with the plane, like doing laps.
I mean, I'd get her down. Like we haven't left one up there yet. They
Mhm.
all come down. So
They
we have
come down in one
100%
piece. I might be in the
success
grass
ratio.
a little or off to the side. Oh, runway A, I hit runway B. I'm sorry, but I promise you, get her
Oh
down
yeah,
smooth.
dude. I feel like the actual outcome of me trying to land the 747 is like a week of flags at half mast. Like that's what's actually going to happen. Is it's just going to be a cataclysm. I wouldn't even hit the. I feel like I'd take out the TGI Fridays in the terminal. Like I wouldn't even be close to where
I
I
think
needed
it's
to be.
been done multiple times, but I've never heard of it being failed. You know what I mean? Like someone taking over for a pilot. I've never heard that. Like, yeah, the pilot got sick and they let the stewardess take over, and she killed everybody. She hit a building.
I
It's
always
always
hear
like,
pilots taking over though.
Yeah,
Like this is a
Sully.
qualified pilot. It's just not the plane that he's supposed to be on.
but it's not though.
Yeah.
There's a lot. Oh, some of the best YouTube videos are the air traffic control audio of like
Yeah.
a kid whose parents have gone hypoxic and now they have to land the plane. And she's like, I don't know, mom's flopping around back there. And they're like, all right, open the windows. That was a really good recording. I've heard multiple of those where it's just some dude. He's like, I don't know how to do that. And they're like, all right, well, you don't need to. Let's just do this instead. I'm like, yeah, that's how I thought it was. I just don't think it's like it's that complicated. I think all those switches are stuff that we're not going to need to get this thing down and get everybody on the ground
They
They
safe.
just do that to make you think you can't fly a plane. They're
I mean, it's
protecting
part
their
of it.
jobs.
I think
Dude,
that
those
is
guys are
part of it.
drinking on the job and napping all the time. Look at the percentage of German airline pilots who admit to napping. It's the vast majority. Like they're up there asleep. The computer gets them to and fro, and then they do that last little bit.
They better be switching off on naps. I really don't see a problem with it if they're each switching off. Like
Exactly. Almost like, hey, do you think it's a good idea for the plane? I assume these are really long flights, right? We're
Yeah.
going across the Atlantic or something. Is it good for the pilot to take a little nap so that he's fresher for the landing? Yeah,
Hmm.
I'm convinced.
Yeah, and I bet the
And a few
stewardess
drinks
like
would loosen him up too. He'd get us there faster. He could maybe make
maybe
a shortcut.
make a smoother landing. And the stewardess is going to pop in probably like every 30 minutes anyway and ask about
Oh,
coffee.
handy.
So if they both fall asleep, she'll wake them up.
Every 30 minutes is a lot for handies.
Do you think those
That would be.
airline stewardesses are whores like nurses are?
Yes.
I would guess. Yeah, I know that wasn't like patient 0 for AIDS a male stewardess, a steward, you would
Yeah,
say.
Chimpo, the first
And he was
airline orangutan.
well, the first human with it. I thought I heard some story that like this guy was like flying around and like imagine a better guy to spread something. It's like he's fucking someone in the ass in Austin,
Right?
and then he's doing it in Portland, and then he's doing it in Salt Lake City, and then he's doing it in LA.
Stewardesses aren't hot. Like the cliche is they are, right? But
Mhm.
I think traveling like that is not a lifestyle that leads to being sexy. You're eating
Yeah.
restaurant food all the time. You're never hitting the gym. Your sleep schedule's a wreck. It's not something that
Mhm.
breeds beautiful people.
I see a lot
None
of
of my
fatties and
life.
a lot of gay men.
I don't think me or Kyle lived at all in the era of like hot stewardesses.
Yeah. Well, they stopped calling them stewardesses at some point. They became flight attendants, and I think that's where there was going to be Hooters was going to have their own airline. Are you aware of this? And they were going to have like the Hooters girls as your stewardesses in the air, bending over in their short shorts and stuff. Like that would have been my airline of choice. I would
Oh,
go
yeah.
on the slutty airline every single time instead of some like smarmy gay man in Atlanta telling me to buckle
Mhm.
my safety belt. Like what am you think I'm gonna fall out of the plane? What's gonna happen? You gonna hit a bump and I'm gonna go out the window? What do I need my fucking
And
get out of here?
you'd get wings instead of peanuts.
Wait, you think that you don't need a seatbelt when you fly? Is that what you're
Absolutely
saying?
not. No, I don't. Well, you need one. If you're a fighter pilot.
I guess
Yeah.
you've never had big turbulence.
I have, but if there's like really big turbulence where I feel like I'm gonna fly out of my seat, I'll buckle up. But as we take off from Denver, I'm just gonna sit here in this recliner chair and zone out. Like I don't think you're gonna throw me from my seat as we
Yeah.
get to altitude or
On a
anything. If we go
big
through a
plane,
storm, sure.
I've been moved around a good bit and made nervous. But on a smaller plane, and this is like 20 people, not a tiny plane, I've seen people hit their head on the ceiling.
Oh, same. I was in
Yeah.
that plane with like it may have had room for 12, but there were 8 of us and it was tight. And
Mm.
like I was the co-pilot and I had to reach under my seat with my left hand and pull, if that makes sense, to keep my ass in the chair, even with the seatbelt. And I'm holding the fucking flight plan for this guy because that's what kind of plane we're in. And without a seatbelt, I'd have been like bounced around the cabin. Like I would have just popped up out of my seat. I'd have been in the back with everybody else. Like Kitty's poor little cousin was he had to piss and throw up at the same time. So we passed him 2 bags and he's back there pissing in one bag and vomiting in the other. He's green. And the plan, I'm like, there's no way he's getting it in both holes cleanly. No way.
He can't. I don't care how bad I have to pee. I can hold it to throw up. Like I don't need to be
so rough.
coming out of all ends.
It felt like off-roading competitively. It felt like the driver of an off-road vehicle trying to get us there and win a race. It was so bumpy, and there was zero visibility. Like it was just incoming snow ice like this, like a screensaver. Just like there was no visibility. It was all instruments and him on the radio, and they wouldn't clear us to land. They're like, no, you can't come in here. You've got to go on up to blah blah blah. And he's like, all right.
Do you ever like sitting in the I've been on little planes before, but I've fortunately never had like horrible turbulence on those, been lucky. But the times I've been on big planes and you get those like cabin shaking, like the stuff like sounds like it's going to fall out of the overhead. Do you guys also like look around and think like this is the group of people I might die with?
Yeah. I get annoyed when the women scream and people start like, oh, because I'm thinking like, just ride it out, people. If we die, we die. Like, there's nothing you could do about it. Like, screaming isn't going to help anything other than
We're
upset
totally
me.
helpless.
Like, yeah, you're totally helpless. So you just accept it. You go with the flow.